Alright, what's going on, everybody? Back again with another video. I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely exhausted. I've started a new training block that's specifically like powerlifting focused, and it's day 3 and I'm exhausted. Just been focusing on better technique overall during the lifts, and just at first, I'll be honest with you, I was cocky. I was like, this is gonna be easy. I was looking at the weights that was in it. I was like, RP of 6-7 at like 270 for bench press for like a set of 4. I was like, that's easy. And it was. And then I was on set 6 of the back downs, and I was like, I see now. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get to the gym. Just real quick, wanted to go over the fit. So it's the C-Bum shirt, the champion set the standard set that he just dropped a while back, about a week ago now. But pop to the back, this is what it looks like. He did this shirt in black and white too, but I decided to get the off-white purple because I love purple. And then I got like 3 more shirts from that same drop, and they're all phenomenal. The shorts are going to be Lululemon, License to Trains, and then for shoes, we're wearing the Metcons today because I have front squats today. And when I'm front squatting, I want a little bit of a heel elevation. It doesn't make all too much of a difference, but I feel like I feel it in my quads a little bit more. For a pre-workout, we're going to do Chris's Secret Stuff. So it's like the Thavage, basically, just a different flavor. I really like it. It's really cool. As you can see back here, we have a couple stacked up right now. And then we also have the Dragon Fruit flavor, which is pretty good. I'll be honest with you, my favorite one so far has been Green Crush. This one's all right. It's just, I don't know, it's not bad. But they all feel the same physically. Like once they start hitting, I don't like start tweaking out or anything. I feel like it's very smooth, but it's definitely like a good upper. And then obviously just some creatine. This is like the Body Tech container, but we honestly just buy creatine off of Amazon and call it a day. It doesn't really matter, but we reuse this container because it's pretty big, easy to get your hands into. Also, if you want some of this pre-workout, you can use code HAM10, get you 10% off. So obviously, Helix, best shaker in the world. No other parts except the bottle, lid. We're just gonna go ahead and do a scoop of creatine. Also, I apologize for my hair. It's pretty crazy right now. I need to get a haircut. We have a wedding to go to this weekend. So actually, I need to probably schedule that for tomorrow or Friday at the latest. Also, I'm cutting weight. Right now I'm sitting at 207.6 as of this morning, and I have to cut down to 182 or 181, however you like to look at it. So that's going to be fun. Shake this bad man pajama up, and now we're good to hit the road. First off though, you know, we gotta say bye to the boy. Say hey Max, gotta say bye to him. And also, we got a cat. He just be chilling. His little arm right here don't work, but you know, he's cool with it. He's chilling. He's kind of funny. But alright, I'm about to get into the car and head to the gym. Alright, made it to the gym. Plan is, I usually like to do 20 minutes on the bike, but since I'm a little bit in a rush today because I got to get to work, we're going to do 10 minutes on the treadmill. Just steady state, 10 minutes. Incline at incline at 12.5, and then speed at 3.5, but I increase it to up to 3.8 depending on how I'm feeling. First movement is going to be front squat, so we'll kind of go through what kind of warm-up routine I do. I roll out. I do some hip flexor stretching because I tend to have a lot of hip flexor issues. Also added in some groin stretching just to kind of get that loose, because I want to make sure once we get heavier and heavier with the weights, I don't have any strains there or any issues to really deal with. And then some glute med activation just to kind of help that abduction, the separation of my knees when I'm going. But hopefully in a few weeks we'll have some new mics, so I can just lav mic up so I can actually talk to you while I'm doing my warm-up instead of just like a voiceover or something like this. Just because I feel like that's a little bit more entertaining. When I'm just doing a walkthrough of what I'm doing, or just like a short little video of like my lifts, I feel like you don't really get to see what I'm doing and like how I'm feeling about the lift, because I don't want to come up to the microphone and be like, oh yeah, like that lift really took me out, da da da. I feel like that makes it even more awkward in the gym. So hopefully we'll get some live mics soon. Payday's coming tomorrow, so we'll see. Alright, I'll see you in the gym.
Alrighty, so what's going on, everybody? So it's going to be just like how it was in the last video, where it's just kind of me doing a voiceover, going over basically just what I did during the workout. So right here, after I do like my 20-minute warm-up on the bike, or I'll do like a 10-minute incline walk on the treadmill like I did in this session, I like to get on the roller, just kind of scan for a little bit, and then right here do some thoracic extensions over the roller. So just bring that thoracic spine over the top of it, just kind of open my spine up just a little bit, just to kind of prepare it. And then I'll find like 3 spots for that. Then I'll either go quads or hamstrings. Today I decided to do some hamstring rolling out, just kind of get that tissue broken up a little bit more warmed up, just so it's ready to get going. And then we'll go to the quad. We'll go into a sideline stretch. Some people call this a sprinter stretch. I just call it sideline stretch. Really just, you want to open and close your chest almost like a book. So you want to come into that closed position and then hold that open position for a second or two, and just a really good lat and lower back stretch. And so then you can see what it looks like from the front. And I really like to focus on keeping that knee on the roller, and then sometimes I'll even add a little bit of overpressure on my hip to kind of help increase that feeling of a stretch in my lower back. And then we'll go to the quads, and almost the same thing as when I'm doing my thoracic extensions. I'm looking for those real tender, tight spots, just to kind of loosen up that tissue, and then I'll flex my knee up towards my glutes, just to kind of help break up that tissue more. This is basically just called soft tissue mobilization. So you could call it soft tissue mobilization with a roller. Nothing too crazy or special about it, but I have been doing this for probably about like a year now with the roller. I used to be like a big hater of the foam roller, but now it's my best friend basically. And so then I'll do my right leg, and then we'll switch to the left, and again we're just trying to find 3 points, and then we'll do like 3 pumps on that 1 point, just to kind of get that tissue loosened up, and then we'll roll back over it or scan back over it, just to make sure we're doing good. And then we'll go on to the next movement of the warm-up, which is just going to be a hip flexor stretch. Started doing this a couple months ago. You basically just want to grab the band, hook it onto your foot, and get into like a lunge position. And you see I have my right foot hooked, and I'm bringing it over my right shoulder, and we want to bring our hips down and almost up. So what I mean by that, I want to bring my hips forward and up. So you want to think if you had lasers in the bony bits of your hip, you're going to try and aim them almost towards the ceiling, just kind of get going. Then obviously my guy Bam showed up. Always gotta show appreciation and support. We were just chatting it up, shooting the breeze basically. So then obviously going to the other leg. Also got my guy Jalen in the back, and Layla running through doing her thing. So yeah, left leg, same deal. You want to kind of try and shoot those hips forward and up, just to feel that hip flexor stretch. Hip flexor is going to feel more almost towards your groin and like higher up than you would like a traditional quad stretch. So then right here we have a hamstring stretch. So what I'm trying to do here is hit like all 3 hamstring muscles. So you'll have one that is completely straight on, just like this, and then as you can see, I kind of internally rotate just a little bit, and I'm also inverting my ankle slightly to get one of my hamstring muscles, and then I'll go straight on just like that, and that's getting another head. And then we'll come out and evert my ankle to kind of get that one going. And then finally I'll add an adductor stretch. You don't feel too much on here unless you have like an adductor issue going on, but I've just been doing it just to kind of get some more hip mobility in and just try and get my hips a little bit more warmed up and feeling good. But I wouldn't worry too much about this. If you feel like you don't need to do it, don't, but I always recommend it. And then I like to do some banded squats with a plate, really just focusing on going down to prime my hips. For my squat motion today we had front squats, so I'm really thinking about having my knees separate and that be the first movement of the squat, and then we'll superset that just with some band walks just to kind of get that glute med and those other hip abductors going. So then we'll warm up with the bar. As I said, we're doing front squats today, so just warming up my hips with the bar. Nothing too special. I feel like I'm a little bit more unbalanced without any weight, so it kind of looks a little funky here to me. I feel like I'm shooting my hips back before anything, but then once we add a little bit of weight, I feel like everything's kind of stabilizing a little bit more. Everything's smoother going down, and then we're just going to go for it. Boom, something simple, nothing too crazy to really think about. Front squats I've been enjoying a little bit more. I feel like they help my quad development, but also I feel it's a little bit less taxing on my lower back. And then we'll do the 225. That's when I tend to add the belt. My max on front squat right now I think is 315 for 2, and it feels pretty stable. I probably could have went up, but it's not something I really want to risk having an issue with. And so we'll have my top set right here, and this is where I feel like I'm just the best at in terms of mobility. When I add the back squat, I feel like I'm not getting too much hip crease, which that's just the nature of the loading of the weight. So I just gotta work on my hip mobility and not stress too much about it. But then we'll start with the back downs here, and I think I had one set at this weight, and we'll go back down again on the next set. But yeah, again, I've been enjoying front squats. Everything's been feeling really good with them. You can see them, they're just really moving pretty smooth. My hip isn't going too far back. There's a little bit of butt wink, but that's gonna just be natural with how I'm kind of built. And then also right here you see me kind of extending my back before starting. I had actually mobilized a couple of vertebrae when I had picked the weight up off the rack before this clip, to the point it felt very not hypermobile, but almost just very uncomfortable and tight, almost like my muscles were trying to spasm to keep everything locked up. But I stretched it out for a couple minutes and decided to continue on, because especially during the back downs I was like, it'll be alright, man. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just a couple of thoracic vertebrae. And then we had some bench variations. So this one was just adding a finger width of my normal grip. So obviously if I'm going to bench, I want to warm up my rotator cuff with some internal and external rotations, and then some 90-90s and some Ys, just to keep everything feeling good. Especially, I've always had a lot of impingement issues on bench, so I always feel like I have to warm up my rotator cuff, even though I had front squatted earlier, and I probably was pretty warmed up. It's just something I want to build a habit of. So yeah, we're just going to start warming up with the bar, feeling the bar in the hand, just how it feels. And then we'll go 135, feeling how that is on the chest. Nothing too crazy. I've definitely been working on tempo a little bit more, just making sure I'm feeling secure in it. And then I believe this was the top set here, and you can see I'm trying to slow down that motion it's having on my chest, making sure it's completely still for a moment. Not quite so much a pause, but just making sure it's not trying to slide up or down on me. Just making sure I'm in control of the bar. Then we drop back down, start doing the back down sets. The back down sets, as I said, those are the things that have really been whooping my butt lately. But it's week 4 now that I'm recording this voice memo, and I think we're starting to adjust to it. And so now we got the machine press here. This one felt really good actually. My shoulder was starting to feel a little tightened up, and so when I was able to hold it down in the bottom for a couple seconds, it just felt like it was opening me up. Then we went on to some pec flies. It listed pec deck in my program, but I just wanted to do some flies, just kind of open up my chest, and someone was on the pec deck anyways. So I was like, we'll just do some cable flies. And then we had some classic tricep press downs. Some tricep pull downs, and then some cable crucifix. Been really liking these for the shoulder development. I feel like one weak area, is, at least aesthetically for me, is shoulders, along with strength wise. I feel like my shoulders aren't too strong in comparison to some people, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Alright, so it's been a couple days since the whole gym part of this video. Basically almost the exact same as the last video if you watched, but just kind of took you through my workout, everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm about to get some sleep. We've had a busy weekend. We went to a wedding, had fun with that. Enjoyed Halloween weekend a little bit, and tomorrow's Monday. So time to get back, start work, and then just get ready for another week of lifting. More content coming soon. Also got new microphones coming, so that'll be super interesting. Hopefully some more gym content coming in soon to you. And as always, I love you. Thank you. Back then it was hand to hand, nowadays I don't have no involvement. In the trap I stay on my own, I'm home alone, Macaulay Culkin. YJ no commented that it's complicated, cause the case still open. The boys in blue trying to find them clues in the station, problem solving.